with Law for Love, and thank you for sharing today's Wednesday Wisdom with me. Many years ago, I represented this beautiful young woman. She was a victim of severe physical and emotional domestic abuse. And the first thing I remember when I met with her in my office was how stern and how serious her face was. And, I'm very lighthearted and I'm very playful. And so even in light of my seeking to evoke laughter from her, that face was not playing. And so I was led to tell her, like I tell so many women, this has been my journey through being a counselor at law. I tell women all the time, I am giving you permission to cry. And I began to tell her about how I had declared war on a strong black woman. I put a picture of her on a dartboard and I threw darts at her every day because I had to break up with her as a part of my identity. Like, who came up with this idea that I, as a black woman, was supposed to be strong all the time? Why we as black women don't cry in front of each other. And as I was sharing my cultural experience with this young lady, she said, well, for me, it would be the strong Latina woman. She would go on and tell me that mindset and that value system was so strong in her culture that her grandmother had told her when she gave birth the very first time to one of her children, her grandmother told her, you better not cry. You better not cry. Having a baby hurts. What do you mean? Oh my gosh, you poor thing. No, honey. When life hurts, we cry. When we suffer disappointment, we cry. And today, I'm giving you permission to cry because you have walked through hell. And the fact that you're here today, needing some help, tells me that it's time for you to stop protecting yourself and allow somebody else to lend you strength. And that young lady cried that day in my office. She cried. Like so many women do. When I sit there and I tell them, no, you're not going to sit up here and do the strong woman thing with me. No, ma'am. We're not having that. And I will never forget her face. That beautiful smile on her face when we left court and she knew she would be safe and provided for. Since that time, I have met the strong Latina woman, the strong Korean woman, the strong Jewish woman, the strong white woman. I have met one woman after the next, from one walk of life after the next, who suffer silently. Because of somebody came up with the idea that we're not supposed to cry. And I put it out there with some of our cultures, there's even more of a pressure not to show the weakness of vulnerability. I'm here to tell you that is one of the biggest lies. And so the wisdom is this: when life hurts, accept that it hurts. When you feel like crying, let those tears flow. Because on the other side of your suffering is a day of laughter. And it will come if you'll only allow yourself to feel the pain that you're going through in this moment. This is Shaw with Law for Love, serving our families in wisdom, justice, and truth.